Action.
Good morning,
Hello.
Fort Myers,
Good
Florida.
morning. More like good night.
I
Where
know.
are you
Good
at?
evening, everyone.
I'm hype.
How are you?
Ready
Welcome
to
to
dance?
Welcome to another episode of Goatess Radio. And hello, who are we? Who are we? Who are you?
Yo soy Roxana.
We have
Bag out Fifi up in the building. Fabiana, how are you,
My
everybody?
ex-girlfriend.
all right. And who else we have?
This is Ivana.
Ivana quesada
Hello, hello.
Me
encanta.
Quesadilla or queso.
or queso.
I love that.
Wait, how do you say nice to meet you? I said me encanta. That's I love.
That means I love. Nice to meet you. Is mucho gusto. en
Oh, mucho
conocerte.
gusto.
Mucho gusto en conocerte.
Good.
And Lisa. So today we're having a special guest today. We have Ivana, obviously you already heard.
So
and,
you think you can dance?
Yes. So we're doing a dance topic today. She is the owner of Residance.
Yeah.
Yes. So tell us, when did you start Residance?
So Residence started probably over 3 years ago. I used to live in New York. And, well, I grew up here. I grew up in Lehigh. I went to high school with Lisa. And I moved to New York for just work and stuff because I went to school for design and art. And, you know, New York is, like, the place to be.
Yes.
And while I was there, I've always been a frustrated dancer. Like, in high school, I tried out for the dance team, and I did not make it. Like, it was so
Oh, I couldn't even
I didn't
finish
know
the
that.
whole routine when I tried out. I was like, go.
Yeah.
No.
I was so bad. It's not even funny. I'm just not very coordinated. And so when I was in New York, I started obsessing over these little videos that you see on YouTube
I
from
love
like, you know,
those
the
videos.
studios in LA or whatever. So it's like, oh my God, it looks so cool. So with a group of friends, we were like, let's just go find a studio and dance and learn. And so we went. And it was pretty fun with my friends, but I found it to be super intimidating. And when I tried to go back by myself, it was pretty much impossible because all the studios are there to make you, like, to train professional dancers and people who are trying to become professional. And I was not doing that. I just wanted to do it for fun, and I wanted a cool video of myself.
Just
But
go to the club, girl.
yeah, so I was like, literally, the only place we can do it is, like, you can just go to the club. But I wanted
Yeah, because
to have-
everybody's drunk and not paying
Yeah.
attention.
But yeah, that's what I used to say. The only place you can do this is either the club or at home. But I wanted to have like that studio training, and it was impossible because they just wouldn't want to take the time to teach you because you're just wasting their time, and you know they're just there. So I was like, why can't I just do this for exercise and for fun? And people be like, just go to Zumba, and I'm like, ew.
You're like, no, I want a real dancer team.
I want Billy Blaine.
Yeah.
That's literally what my mom would do. But although
used to
there's
do that
nothing
with my
wrong
mom.
with Zumba. Yeah, I mean, there's
Zumba,
nothing wrong
I've
with
done it
Zumba.
too.
But
Yeah.
I feel like it's just not, like, I was like, there needs to be something new.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, from Zumba. So at that point, I kind of started thinking, and I've always been, like, a super, like, business-minded. Like, I've had, like, a million businesses. So, because I grew up seeing my family never work a 9 to 5. Like, every single person in my family had a business.
They're
to
an
me-
entrepreneur.
That's true.
Yeah, it's, like,
That's nice.
weird having
Even
a
in
9 to
high
5.
school, her
Yeah.
mind, she's always been like, okay, what can we, she's always thinking of something new or a new idea or some kind of, I love her mind. I love her.
I've totally
love
been
that.
fired from every single 9 to 5 because I was meant to be my own boss.
Yeah.
And whether it's that I'm a bitch or not gonna listen, I don't know. I'm still meant to work for myself.
I think sometimes you just have that in you, you know, like you have that drive to where like you just want to create, you want to make something for yourself, you want to hustle, you want to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's okay having 9 to 5, you know,
Yeah,
but it's also
for
okay
sure.
pursuing your own thing. Like, people are just meant to do different things.
Yeah,
but-
some people don't want all that stress
Yeah.
of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I still have my 9 to 5. It's just the
Oh,
funny
yeah.
part, I work during the week as an art director. My boss has no clue I
Cool.
have Residence. She
Really?
has no idea about it. And, like, I work from home and stuff. And because I moved here and my job is in Naples and I don't drive either.
Wait,
Like
where
at
is
all?
your job in Naples?
In Immokalee Road. On
Wait,
Immokalee
you
Road.
don't drive?
No, I had an accident like 2 years ago, and I'm kind of traumatized.
Oh, that's so tough.
But I need to get over that as well because it's so limiting.
Yeah,
Like, I
you
can't
gotta-
just
you gotta take
drive
yourself
there.
some places.
Yeah.
But it's hard, especially with
Yeah.
driving fears. I had
And
that.
here it's
Yeah.
like, some people that don't, they don't get it. They're like, that's stupid, just drive it. I'm like,
It's not.
Because like it's not just like I know for me, like I was worried about other people on the road too, because my fear would kick in.
Terrible driver.
No, because my fear would kick in certain situations that like like my fear would kick in certain situations, and like I would be worried that I was going to put other people at risk because I was having that I would overreact or overcorrect or do something wrong because I was in a bad like I was in like a rainstorm at night in traffic in like like there was a construction zone and they had repaved the roads, so like the car was trying to come over, and it was at like the height of my anxiety about driving, and like it was I was so nervous that I was going to get somebody else into an accident because like I was just so afraid. But I finally just put myself in enough situations that like I kind of broke through that fear, like
started
exposure.
Driving around in the parking lots again.
Yeah, much
down
better.
the alleys.
I'm much better now.
I think
still not a great driver.
it's the PTSD of it. Everybody, people think PTSD is limited to certain people, but no, everybody has their own form of PTSD
for
and
any situation. Seriously,
Yeah.
So it's very understandable.
It's crazy because, growing up with that, like, not growing up, it's only been 2 years, but, I mean, I had
Still, that's pretty recent.
growing up like that for the last 2 years.
But it's crazy how powerful your mind is, because you have
It
fears,
is.
but it's never been something that literally overtakes you, like something you literally feel like you can't do. It's insane how, like, I really understand like mental health and all that stuff, like to a whole new level.
Yeah.
'cause
Fear manifests itself in
insane.
really interesting ways
Yeah.
if you don't face it, or different like traumas and stuff that happen to you. Sometimes you think you took care of them, but if you don't, like all of a sudden these weird little tics or coping mechanisms
you'll
sneak
get
up
triggered.
on you, and all
You'll
of a
get
sudden,
triggered out of nowhere, and it's
and you're like, wait, what? No,
yeah,
why
that's
is-
exactly what happened. It's crazy.
Where are you going?
But that's so amazing. So you've
so
had
I
it for 3 years.
So I believe
Yeah.
you started. You didn't start at the. I believe your location that you're currently at wasn't your first location. Where was
No.
your first location?
So then after New York, I decided to move back here with my husband. He also had the opportunity to start a business with his dad, and it was just a perfect opportunity to move back. And it was gonna be so hard and impossible almost to open in New York because there's too much competition, and I didn't know anybody in that community.
Yeah.
But I always remember here in high school, I had met Jara Lee. She's the one that started the dance team at our school along with like our teacher. And that year that they started it, they won states. Like it was incredible.
Wow.
It was
True.
no wonder they didn't let me in the team.
Quick fact, by the way, East during a certain time was well known for their dances. I just want to let everybody know that. I remember during 2009 to like around 2011 or 12, they were, like she said, they were doing state competitions. They had a step team, they had a dance team, they had this team.
Wow.
We
That's
had
amazing.
our wonderful teacher DeWeaver, as well as a dance teacher, like always help out with production. So it was a really good time for Eastleigh County High School.
Yeah, it was incredible, and we were the first graduating class. Fun fact too.
That's
class
true.
of 2011.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and I remember Dara Lee. She didn't remember me when I reached out to her, but I knew her, and I remember how talented she was, and so I knew that at least I would have somebody that could help guide me into wanting to do this. And so we moved back, and I reached out to my friend Jonathan, which he is the one that pretty much the both of us, started this. Like he was kind of the financial and accounting and brains of that, and then I was like the creative and like behind it. So like about 3 years ago, I presented the idea, and then that whole year it was spent meeting people, meeting talent, meeting dancers. That's where I met Marcus and Bianca, and through them, you meet
I
more
love
people.
Bianca. She's so
Yes.
amazing.
The most talented person I've ever met. I
She
swear.
really
We
is
have-
truly.
I mean,
she just
the people
embodies
that I
so much amazing like
Are we talking
inspiration.
about the one that comes here?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Bianca.
Wow.
So Bianca J. Russell is a jack of all trades. We're just saying she does art, she does dancing, she does music. It's like
Her
wow.
performance at
Yes.
the Saiyan season on Saturday was so incredible. Like every time I see her perform, I'm just in awe. Like because
And you feel so
it's
positive.
It's
You feel
profound.
like I could change my life just listening to
Yes, like the things that she says are profound, or they're fun, or they're sensual. When she
Yes.
dances, like everything she does has purpose, and
Yes.
it's just like so uplifting and empowering. And like I could just watch her all day. Like that girl is gonna go
Same.
to the moon and back. Like she's just she's otherworldly. She just truly is.
I went to an all art school, and she's probably one of the most talented people I've met.
Wow.
Being there.
She is.
Hands down.
It's incredible.
And genuinely like the nicest person, like and most giving and like gives to her community.
I loved her performance on Saturday.
Yeah.
Another person too is like 2 other people that I know that came from Residence or that are in Residence right now. Marcus, who's very talented dancer. He's a nerd, fellow nerd like me. Love him for that. You
love your nerds.
So he, incorporates a lot of his nerdy essence into his dances. Person I went to high school with that obviously Ivana knows too is Jules. Love Jules. He's got this I call him Ninja Turtle because he always had this. We all call him Ninja because he had this big. He was a skinny little dude with this big backpacks. It looked like one of the Ninja Turtles. He's also another very talented dancer that came from East. Amazing personality. He's a father as well. So that's it's just great talented people that are coming from Residence.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Or that we've been blessed to have at Residence too.
Yeah.
I mean, without all of them, we wouldn't, again, I'm not a dancer, so it doesn't matter if I make the best building or the coolest place or whatever if we don't have any talent in there.
No.
So we're like, I'm just so grateful that.
But clearly you were inspiring enough and you had enough of a vision and enough of, a drive that you were able to inspire creatives to want to get behind what you were doing.
It's kind of like having a football team and a coach.
Yeah.
The coaches don't play because they can't do as well, athletically, but they have that brain, they have the mind to, coach and lead people to success. And I think that it's a very big part of success. Inspiring. So you are important.
Yeah.
You might not got the moves like Jagger, but
the thing with the creatives though is that as a creative myself, it's us creatives have a staggered brain. A lot of people that are creative and artistic have like 1,000 things going on in their brain. I'm like, I can do this is where do I focus? So a lot of them are not big numbers people, right? Versus, so they need somebody to lead them. So it's nice that they found somebody to lead them. And knowing her, I know that you don't treat them like you're my subordinates. You're like, you're my partners. Almost. And that's great. That you just look like a
great boss. For sure. We definitely do that. And to go back with the place you were asking me, we rented out a studio for, it's called Elegant Roomba Dance Studio. And they teach salsa and ballroom and stuff. And they were so kind, Nick Montoya is the owner there, to, give us the opportunity to open there. And when we presented it, he was like, oh, I mean, it sounds cool. Like, he liked it. It was really nice. And we got the chance to open there. But before that, I mean, it's been such a crazy journey, all the things that we've been through. Because, first of all, so we did all these videos in downtown. And that's, I think, one day we were doing a video in downtown. The first time we ever did anything with Residence. We
so beautiful.
Got these little shirts I got. And I put it on all these dancers. That was the first time they were all meeting each other. And I was like, dance, like do a choreography. And
I think they did like a rooftop one, right?
I do remember that video.
While they were like dancing around, we run into somebody from 98.5. He was either producer, owner, some dude, right? He looked like he was like, oh, cool. And he's like, you guys come up here to our party to like dance or whatever. And we're like, okay. And so we go up to the rooftop.
There you go.
Indigo, and then they start dancing, and then it's the 98.5 people were there. I think the Goya boys were there.
Nice.
I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah. I can't
remember I should probably remember what his name is. But he invited us up there, and it was so cool. People were taking pictures of it and videos and all that. And so that was kind of the first time, this wasn't. So they were like, what are you? And I'm like, a dance studio. And they're like, where are you? And I'm like, we have 0 places right now. Like, this is the first time we've ever gone.
The first place was is it on Homestead and Lehigh? Or where is it?
No, the first place was in the last year at that studio. You might be thinking of Footnotes, which is a lot of the Bianca and I think Marcus and some of them have taught there.
Yes, Marcus. When I used to, I did a little thing with him. Yeah, it was like usually Footnotes in Lehigh.
That's where I know that studio has been there for a long time, and a lot of really talented dancers have come out of there too. And I know they let some of the crew from Soul Eaters and all of them practice there. But
which Soul Eaters we know. Some of us know a lot of the people.
So, so then after that, we were looking for a place, and then somehow we met Matt Hurley. He's a young investor from Fort Myers, and he was known because at a very young age he became a millionaire because he sold like what is now keychain from like Apple keychain to Bing.
Yes.
Something like that. Like when he went to Cypress High School. Like it's this crazy story. Like you have to read about him. His story is fascinating. He's only like 22 when he started helping us, and he literally works with like big investment companies and like the Bushes, and like he invests in the army, like insane things.
That's incredible.
So, cool.
We somehow he bought, you know, that old building on.
Sorry.
It's by FSW, and there was like, it used to have a bunch of stores in there. What's it called? It's
the atrium.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the atrium. So he bought that, and he wanted to make a hub in there, like an innovation hub, because he thinks that South Florida is the new Silicon Valley.
Yes, it is.
He absolutely believes that, and so he bought that building to make it into this incredible. He had like such a beautiful vision for it for young entrepreneurs, like you know, everything. So very sad that a lot of really bad things happened, and that plan didn't go through. But in the process, I met him through there because I was interested in opening there. And when we couldn't afford it because we had zero money, he reached out saying if he could help us with anything, and I said, yes, give me money. And I was like, no, honestly, I was like, because I knew about him, I had read about him, I was like, I can't even believe you're like talking to me right now, but I would love just advice, like, can you look at my business plan? And he responded, and he was like, yes, come over. And so we went over to his house, not his house, but the restaurant outside his house, whatever. And I was like, I can't believe I'm here right now. And he told us, you know, I meet with like 15 people out of like thousands of people that send me their business plans a year, and you guys are one of them. And I just really liked the concept and everything, because, you know, I wanted to make a studio that was for the 99% of the population who isn't a professional dancer, or who isn't trying to be one. And like, why can't people learn how to do that and get their videos and do all of that without having to be like freaking J-Lo's choreographer, you know?
And can I add to that? I'm a Southwest Florida local. I was raised in Miami young age, but I'm from Southwest Florida. I can't say I'm from Naples or from Lee County because I spent about the same amount of time in both counties. So I know pretty well all of Southwest Florida. And let me tell you, at least where I'm from, we do have another really good dance studio in Naples, which I want to, shout them out there, Contempo in Naples. But in Lake County, we do have Residance. So we do have really good, besides that, all the other dance studios in Lake County and Naples are just, you're right. You go in there and people get frustrated because, you're in there and they have people that, they go to every class. They pay like $50, $100 like a class. And you don't have that. You have people that want to learn, but they don't have that budget. So you have somebody that can, take a class and it's non-judgmental. It's it's very open. It's very motivating. And I love that. And I've seen your videos where you have people in there that don't, you tell me, I've messaged her and she goes, no, they're new people that never danced.
See, that's exciting. Before,
and it looks like they have.
Yeah, they're also like,
it's great.
I can't believe that's me. They're like sometimes people don't even want a video, and I'm like, do it. Like, you were like, and so I was like, I'll show it to you. And then they show, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe that's me.
See, I want to go in so bad because like I've like watched videos like that from like cities like LA or like New York or other places, and always been like, oh, I want to do that. I want to try that. And then when I saw that Residance opened and I started watching the videos there, like I was like, okay, now I have one here. Maybe like I need to get in there, but I've just been such a chicken shit about it. But like I know
those are like professional.
Yeah, and I know I need to get in there because like I know Bianca or Janelle or some of the girls that have been in there, and like they're so phenomenal, and it just looks like so much fun. Like I just love dancing in general.
Yeah, honestly,
do you have a lot of fun? Do you have a lot of professional dancers in there, or are these like for the class? Like are these people more for learning professionally, or are they a lot of them coming for like a workout and fun?
We're honestly trying to. We're our main goal, or my main vision later on, is to be compared to, let's say, Orange Theory, rather than like another dance studio. You know what I mean? That's our goal. We want people to see us as a workout. That you're working out as. While you dance.
And then if they do,
that's my favorite way to work out. That's like why I go to so many shows and like things like that. Like
I literally cannot run or even walk fast. Like I would pass out. But over there, you would look at we've done little Apple Watch stuff, and you burn like 500 calories, 600 calories in a class.
That's true.
You would have to run for like 2 hours to burn that, and I wouldn't even last 10 minutes running, which is insane.
But if they do want like more advanced,
so we do have all levels. We have beginners and all levels. And to answer your question, the people that we get, I've seen everything from, we have right now like an older lady, she's 65, and she is an incredible dancer, and I'm like, oh, you must have worked in that industry, because she told me she's retired, and she's like, no, I was a paralegal. I'm like, how are you a paralegal?
Yeah.
And you're like this good. And she was at the flash mob that we just did. And then we also have a lot of, for example, girls that are in their 20s that grew up dancing ballet, but obviously didn't become professional ballerinas. But then now there's nowhere for them. Like, there's no place for them.
Yeah.
What do you do once you are too old to be in ballet, I guess?
Right.
I just want to say is, like, I grew up dancing, and that was my first dream ever growing up, and I love dancing. I have a huge passion for it.
She's such a character when she dances. It's like she's putting on a show. Even at the club, she's like,
we need a goatess night out at the club, like so bad.
But as a passion, I did live in, like I said, Miami.
All she needs is a costume on.
I did live in Miami where, I did take dance classes. I did take ballet. I did take hip hop. If anybody's familiar with Miami in the area, I remember there was like a studio called Barbie. She was like that was her name, Barbie. And it was a 2-story studio on like Layun Road. And, it was great to dance there. And I used to take dance classes, and it was my passion. You don't understand. And, I might not dance professionally, but it's nice to have somewhere where I'm like, okay, I'm not compared to a professional, but I can have fun doing this because you still have fun with it. I do everything from belly dancing to hip hop to reggaeton to salsa to merengue. And I love that there's finally, somewhere in Lee County.
I'm still waiting on my dance session. I need to learn how to salsa.
See, and dancing is just so freeing. Like, I grew up like with a mom who just like, my mom was constantly dancing around the house. So like for me and my mom, we bonded over just like, we would turn the music on, she would have like Gloria Estefan or like, some amazing music playing, and we would just dance around the living room. And then like I would legit, like my favorite thing to do growing up when I was little is to have the TV off and you could see your reflection in the TV, and I would dance around the living room and do these like routines in front of the TV. But I grew up in Tennessee, and this small it kicks in if I'm around people from the South. No, yeah, I had a strong. I moved from Tennessee. I lived in Tennessee, right north of Nashville, for 10 years, and then I moved to Massachusetts for 4. So like I went from like a Southern draw to like a harsh like New England accent, and then here. So like it kicks, like depending on who I'm talking to or where I am, it kicks in. But no, like I grew up in this small town in Tennessee where I wanted to take dance classes, but they only offered like jazz, ballet, or
the
tap or something like
what
that.
Is that called?
Did your parents ever have the issue where they couldn't afford it?
Kind of,
that was
but like,
why I stopped. Like, we stopped because I was really into it. I was gonna get into competitions and things, but then you have where they're like, oh, we can't afford this. So then I moved to the West, Southwest Florida, and then it was like they didn't really want to pay for that. And then it was like, oh, but I just want a place where I can go and like, not have to pay so much. And everywhere that you go, and I get it.
It is expensive. I don't know how parents afford it now. Like it's so expensive.
Yes. So that's why I said I'm passionate about her business, because it's something that you can't afford, and that it's a culture, and she's trying to help out everybody in the community. And it's not just, okay, this is for some fancy dancer. Here's like, $500 a month. Like, it's good. It's a good thing, because I didn't have that growing up. And I wish I would have kept it, because then now I just dance when I can. Now it's not,
Yeah. And we focus a lot on, like, we don't have competitions. Like, people ask us, when are you doing a crew? When are you doing? And I'm like, it goes against what we're trying to do. Like, I don't want people to compete, because when you compete, that means you're going to be better than somebody else. And the whole point is that we just want people to come, take it serious, but for yourself, for your own growth.
A personal goal.
In the dance world, it does become cliquey. I will say that. Doing a lot of classes and and things like that when I was younger, it's very cliquey.
Oh, it does. We've had that. We have girls that are still young, and they're still in other studios that they come to kind of get their hip hop fix, and there's like all this little drama between them. And I'm like,
and you're like, no, like this is family. Don't ruin that.
No. I took ballroom dancing for a while, and
I love that.
Not to brag, but I got to do it for free because my dance partner needed a partner, and they're like, "Do you know how to dance?" And I was like, because I went in there to give my cards when I was I think I was working for a salon at the time, and so they're like, they saw me and they're like, "Oh, do you know how to dance?" And I was like, yeah, kind of. I mean, not really. Would you like to take some classes? But, one of our employees needs a partner for competition. And I was like, yeah, all right, sure. Like, it was really time consuming though. And I don't know, like, there's certain ways that they move, like with the salsa, like in competition, that I just can't get it. Like, it doesn't look like the way regular Latinas dance salsa. This is like really advanced and like.
Well, it depends. There's different kinds of salsa. So like you have different kinds of salsa. For example, you have your
this is ballroom.
Yeah. Well, but you have in ballroom. There's still different styles of salsa. So you have your casino, which is a lot of Cubans and Caribbean people dance.
That's where they do all the turns,
it's a lot of spins,
I love that.
A lot of handwork. Then you have your salsa caleña, your salsa de Cali, which is very Colombian. I'm already like getting the accent. Salsa caleña.
Look at her. She's starting to like move.
So
and
like
vibe.
your salsa caleña is a lot of footwork, very fast. Very fast. Then you have your salsa de California. So it's very acrobatic style salsa. So you have salsa that's like you're flipping people up in the air, you're holding them, you're doing. So that's very California style.
This
so
was just like the way we'd have to move forward, and like your foot has to be out. I guess like that's the way to do it. Like your foot should be out, and I don't know. It was just hard. And,
I feel you.
And like I went to competition. I told it because we did everything. We did like foxtrot. Roomba, everything. And it was just nerve-wracking. Like, even just being there at the competition, I was like, fuck. Yes. Like, I felt like, I mean, and it was a room full of people, obviously, but I just felt like all my moves went to shit. Not that I was any good to begin with, but
you,
like,
you know what? You went there and you did it.
No, it was
that
cool.
Was a good experience.
It was cool. Like tango. I love tango.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
How about I did not ever dance tango ever in my life until I did this like side gig with Marcus, and I was like, if you're willing to teach me, I'm a fast learner. So we did this thing, and it was okay. He was obviously better. Because Marcus does more of like he's very good at salsa, and he's very good at like the ballroom dances as well as hip hop. But he does all that, and I'm like, okay, so I'm like trying, and he's actually very good. Like I said, I've learned a dance under Marcus.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a very good instructor, by the way.
Marcus is so gifted. He's two different people. Like every time I hang out with him, he's like on his phone. I'm always mad at him because he's on his phone and he's not looking at me. And then we like go to the studio and he turns on the speaker, and then the people are there and it's like a different person.
Yeah.
He's so
wow.
Like works side by side with them, and you can see how much he loves to teach and to dance and to choreograph and everything. It's crazy. Like he's two different people, but he's honestly been a huge blessing in our business. Like I always tell him, because he's always like, you know, like, thanks to you, this happened. I'm like, dude, you, like, he literally was there with us putting down the floor in the studio. Because when we got, we got the studio at the mall, it was within a month. Like, we started in April, actually, of last year.
Yes.
It was April of 420, because I was like, people are going to come because they either are like, you know, feeling themselves and they're like, let's just go dance. Or, you know, it just happened to be that day. But I was like, maybe it'll be a good marketing. Like, people would just want to come because they'll be feeling it, you know?
Did it work? Did it work out?
Well, I had no advertising, nothing. And like 55 people, I think, showed up.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was in my friends. Like, it was people I've never met before.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of my friends were there, but most of it, I was like, who are you guys? Like,
do people bring their kids? Sorry, do people bring their kids, or are these like more like older people and older kids?
When it started at that other studio we were renting, Elegant Roomba, it was just adults, and we wanted to focus on just adults. And at some point we try out some kids, but people really like to be able to have just adults. And
yeah.
I can see that.
Well, I was gonna say, as a hairstylist, and she's a hairstylist too. When you have your business, it's just when you bring your kids. I love kids. I'm a mom, but when you're at a business, it's kind of like, you know, the kids are running around, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted it to feel. Yeah, I wanted to have a different vibe, and we always the very first thing. So, have you guys ever played The Sims?
Yes. I love The Sims.
That's literally my favorite game.
I love it.
I suck at communicating verbally, so the concept of Residence, the way I wanted the studio to look, I did it on The Sims, because I couldn't pay like an architect.
The Sims is
God,
so addictive.
I have to show you if
I played The Sims today,
so you use
I'd quit my
Sims to build, like, because
so
for those who don't play The Sims,
that
in The
is
Sims,
genius.
basically, it's a super, super open game where you can create your character. Not only is it very open to create your character, you can create a house or a building or anything.
That's
through, like,
so smart.
You know, like almost like a design program for architects. So you can truly create your own shit. So...
That's genius.
amazing.
I'm gonna use that for like a lot
But
of
it's
things that I want to do.
Like, be careful.
No, I played The Sims, but it was like back in the day when
I
it was like
loved
on like
it.
my PC.
Yeah.
I still have
And
it.
now you can
We'd
get
be
on
fighting
Xbox.
over the
Oh my
computer.
God.
We'd be like, my turn.
That's
Let's
amazing.
build this house.
You remember you used
See,
to,
now
like,
I've
build
gotta-
the characters?
I've got to get in there because like I've never done choreography, but like for me dancing is just like vibing out. Like I just get in that groove, in that pocket, and I just kind of like feel the music and do my thing.
Yeah.
But like I definitely have been trying to be like more technical with the stuff that I do, just because it's fun and because I watch so many amazing dancers now and I'm around it so much that like I just like kind of like stalk what they do and I'm like, ooh, that footwork's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And like I wanna learn how to do certain moves. So I'm super excited about coming in there.
And with that, like I think what's really different about our studio is that instant gratification, because you
Let's
win
go,
and you're like,
Fabi.
'cause
I'm down.
Nowadays,
Let's have a goatess episode there.
Yeah.
that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays we're all guilty of like, if you didn't make it to your Insta, it kind of didn't happen kind of thing. And although I'm kind of like, you know, like, it shouldn't be that way, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. So I feel like the instant gratification you get, you go, but then nobody would really see the result of you taking these classes. But here, you go, you learn in an hour and a half, and then you get a video. And every time you go, you get a video.
Okay.
And so then you get to post that on your Insta, so your friends can see that you're a cool dancer. And you can also see your own progress, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, I like
I like that.
It's true.
I like that I
post a
could
lot of
track my
videos.
progress.
Speaking of that, so Jules, he's also a very talented dancer. I've personally seen all his dances because, like I said, I went to high school with him, so he's always performed in pep rallies and all kinds of performances. I was in,
He's
you
such
know,
a hype man.
he is. He's a true hype man. Like, he will get the party started. And this guy, so he's doing like a small little class and Valentine's Day, like a sexy dance routine with like.
It's his first class at Residence on Friday. He's really excited because he's always there. But I was like, I think it's time for you to teach a class. And he's all sexy and stuff, so he wants to bring that for Valentine's Day.
His Instagram is conceited
I'm
poppy.
sure he will.
What's the song that has he released?
He's doing,
Is it on the low?
He's gonna get some Usher shit going,
Right?
You make me
No,
wanna
seriously.
be
Have you?
a-
I remember when what's it called? Sphinx Hookah was open.
Oh yeah.
When I used to go there because I was during hair school after I graduated, and I was right there, right in the same plaza. So I used to go, and he would go there, and like I would see him dance. He'd do like some Chris Brown moves. So that's his style, and I love it. So he is doing a Valentine's Day class, okay, and you will get a video for the class. So he is doing that. You will get your own video. You'll get to see it, get to post it.
That's some sexy
everybody check
shit.
it out.
So I have a couple questions.
I have the song. It's When We by Tank.
There you
Like
go.
a
See?
song. And he wants like couples to come do it together.
Ooh.
Yes. So
Oh.
if you want to come with your couple, your side man,
Carlos
whatever.
ain't gonna do that shit.
Oh, you
Your
can bring your
side
side boo?
won't
They're
be
going to be
your
taking
side boo.
videos.
Oh,
I don't know if
mommy,
side
you're
boos
it.
are going to
You
be.
want.
You're
I
it.
ain't got no
Valentine's-
side boo.
No, you're
What
mine.
time?
Oh, I'll be
What
your
time
side
is
boo.
it?
All
Yeah.
right. I was like, why you
Yeah.
call me
Okay,
out right
so
now?
No,
Girl, you
I'm
trying to get me
saying,
divorced?
Carlos
What
is
you
gonna
doing?
do it. He doesn't even dance with me bachata. That's the only thing I know.
You
He
heard
only
that?
dances with
I'll
his
side boo
family.
you all night.
6:30. Most people get out of work at 5, so y'all got time to get ready, get dressed, get there at 6:30 on Valentine's Day. Get a nice video of you and your couple doing a sexy dance.
I grew up with my
Right?
parents, like with the dirty dancing.
Yeah.
I mean, like our family gatherings, my parents would be like chest to chest and like leg inside leg, and they're like, and then like making out and like in front of everybody, they're like, and I'm like, yeah, that's my mom.
You're like,
and
this
dad.
is normal, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody else is like, come on, Bill and Rose, like, come on.
Dude, my mom was just like the queen of like, she was always dancing everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Aw.
oh yeah. She was in the Virgin Islands for when she was in her 20s and 30s and like was known as like the party didn't get
Wow.
started
Oh,
until like
okay.
Teresa Rockin got
Whoa.
there. And like
And her
she
last
was
name was
just,
Rockin'?
No, that was just what they called her.
Oh, I was like, dang, okay.
Yo, I
She's
remember-
still a hot little tamale, but she's at Motown Mondays right now.
Oh.
She was like, "Are you coming to Motown Mondays tonight?" I'm like, "No, I gotta
Oh my
record a
God.
podcast, and then I got shit to
Oh
do.
my
I love you
God.
though."
Yo,
Well, it
like,
was funny
my
'cause-
mom taught me like, okay, so she grew up with like, you know, I come from Cuba, so everything is like side, whatever. I grew up with like everybody, doesn't matter what age you are, they will
Yeah.
be 70 years old. Yo he pa toda la fiesta, I go to every party, and everybody's dancing like bachata, merengue, salsa, guaguancó. If you're really in Cuba, guaguancó. You know, you have the like everybody's like. It's just very sensual, very exotic, very just, you know, you feel a connection.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to like Latin nights on every club, right? You go in there and you're like, you know, you're saying, yeah, I don't know you, but I'm gonna dance with you. You just go and dance with, I'm gonna dance with you. When you're dancing salsa,
Oh,
merengue,
yeah.
you're like, I don't have a partner. Tú, ahí mismo, déjame agarrarte, let me grab you. You just grab them and you're like, oh, okay. And they just know how to dance because
Yeah.
it's just everybody in the Caribbean, everybody in Latin America just.
Dude, it's
you
a
know,
whole different
it's a
vibe in
big
the
thing.
Caribbean.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom was such a good salsa dancer, and she's always
My
bullied
mom
me for
too.
not being as good as her.
Dude, my mom does that too. What is with like Latin moms? Like my mom roasts
just
me
know.
constantly.
Yeah.
Oh
They just
my
know.
God,
she
you
roasts
guys
me
live in their
constantly.
shadows.
If you-
She seriously will
if
be
you're
like,
raised-
"You're not as good." Like, no lie.
And
Like,
she'll be 90 and be like, you suck.
That-
you
that
can
woman is
barely
gonna-
walk and you're only 50.
she's gonna outlive everyone in my family. Like, no lie. She's the Energizer Bunny.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
like ridiculous, but. Like I remember a couple months back, like she was doing something and she started like squatting. And she's like, "You can't out squat me," and I was like, "Bitch, I can out squat you. Like, try me." So all of a sudden, I realized like me and her are like face to face doing squats, and I was like, "I'm an insane person. Like, you're an insane person. I'm not doing this." But like my stubborn ass willpower was like, "Nah, bitch, you about to get showed up. I'm gonna do this." She was like, "All right, okay."
When we started growing up, you know, like my sister is 5 years older than me, and oh my God, I was in 3rd grade listening to like Trick Daddy and Juvenile.
Dude, that's
and,
my sister.
and like my sister came home one day and she's like, "You want me to show you how to twerk?" And I was like, "What? Yeah, okay." And like my mom was there and stuff, so she's like down on 2 knees and she's rolling her ass and stuff. then she's like, Mom, do this. And she put the leg up and started like pushing her butt out. And so my mom comes out. She's like, I can do that. Oh, yeah.
Dude.
And I'm like, yeah, we're all just like
That
twerking
reminds
in the
I
belly.
have another question. So I wanted to ask you, what else, what are the genres that you teach there, by the way?
So we focus on hip hop, urban, pop, like anything you'll hear on the radio pretty much.
Real dance music.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I like to say anything from the radio because we would do, for example, I don't know, Selena Gomez songs. So that's not really hip hop, but it's kind of.
No, but you can make it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever do like any for the Latinas out there?
We do have a Latin class once or twice a month. However, it is always ties back to the urban feel. So if
reggaeton.
Yeah,
and
we wouldn't do like a salsa, but for example, you know how Mark Anthony has this song with like Bad Bunny or something like that. Like we would do something like that it always ties back.
But I need salsa. Help me.
The thing
Oh,
is
you mean
that
with Bad Bunny and Will Smith, that song?
no, he has a
Fabi,
song
get
with
your
Marc
mom to
Anthony
work
too.
there.
Dude, she's wild. Y'all,
Yeah, to be honest,
you
we do
don't
get
need
people,
all her energy.
we get people asking for salsa and stuff, but although it's
You gotta get like.
it makes me want to. Okay, I'll do it because they're
You'd
people
have to
wanna pay
find
for
like
that.
a full time.
But I want to.
like,
But I also want to just stick to what the original plan was before we start doing everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like really
Yeah.
develop
That's
that.
smart.
Because there's studios for salsa and there's studios for ballroom and bachata and things like
Oh,
that.
I
Yeah.
see. There's
Yeah.
not a lot for hip hop.
There's nothing for
That's
hip hop for adults, and it's like I just want to be able
And
to
that
just to stay true to what our original
Yeah.
plan was.
That's
you
so
Well,
know?
that's
true.
good. That's good.
And so yeah, and so I mean I'm like, damn, I'm losing money, but at the same time it's like it's not just about that. Like,
No,
I wanna
no,
develop
you're not
that.
No, it's
You
good
have
to
a
stay
specialty.
true to what
You
you
have a
want.
That's our
specialty.
specialty.
Yeah.
You're doing really good.
Yeah.
And so you said 420 obviously was
We
when you opened this.
Yeah. And
So are you having anything for 420? Any like anniversary
Anniversary party?
plans? Yeah.
So I might, it might just
should.
be a shout out, but so original, that's when Residence opened its doors, but when we actually opened the studio, the way I envisioned it and with our designs, everything was September, and that's when we started at the mall.
Okay.
So, that a year from that.
Oh,
would be
okay.
our, so because those were kind of like our pop-ups. That's when we started doing our pop-ups in
That's
April.
cool.
So
Yeah.
in April would be technically a year since Residence opened its doors for dancing. So we might do something. I'll have to see. Although we don't really have any ties to the actual 420. That just happened to be the day we opened. And
You
I
did
was
good.
like,
You did good
I
on
mean,
marketing
it could
skills,
work.
girl.
Yes, right.
I have
Yeah.
a couple questions that I totally said before, but I didn't get to ask them. But I want to know, how is business? And for people to, get an idea for pricing, what do you have packages? What do you charge? Is it per class?
Yeah.
Is it per week? What are some deals you have going on so people know what you're really doing over there?
So our classes are 90 minutes long, and like I said, every class comes with a video. It's optional, so if you don't want to have a video, you're not forced to. The classes are $25,
That's
and
not bad at all.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so if you come twice a month, that's $50, and we're only open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Wow.
Yeah,
And you
Fridays.
guys are doing that well that you don't, you can just stay Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, I mean it's growing. I
That's
definitely
nice.
I came in with a little bit of wrong expectations because
Okay.
when we were doing the pop up, we used to have an average of 50 people a class, but we were only having classes once or twice a month, right? So I was used to all those people. So when we opened, we started with 7 classes a weekend. And the morning ones were just not getting filled up at all. And we were
Wow.
losing money. So we've been cutting back on classes, and I realized I just had the wrong expectations, and I kind of
Yeah.
just gonna change my
Yeah, you got to
mindset.
figure out your demographic and how they live out here.
And we have to, because now it's every single weekend, so it's completely
Wow.
different. We have multiple classes, so all those people that were coming there are now spread throughout 3 classes, so it's different.
Okay.
Wow.
So now I want to work on consistency and people coming and becoming real members that they come week
Yeah.
after week after week.
So you're going to come up with
Yeah.
membership packages?
Yeah, we do have memberships now. So that's our drop-in class. Now we offer a 5-class package, and that's $100. So you're saving $25.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
Basically,
then-
use one class for free. Buy 4
Yeah,
classes.
one class for free, and you have 3 months to use it. And then we also have 10 classes for $150, which saves you $100. So
wow.
So that's 4 free classes, okay?
So it's,
wow.
So, and you have time to use them, so you don't have to come every single time. And
so
we
no
also,
expiration date on the classes.
Those are 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
And we have an unlimited monthly membership, and that's if you want to come to like every single class, literally hardcore, like you want to be there every day.
Wow.
And that's $115 a month. And then we offer Friday nights is adult beginners. Adult is considered high school and up, although we let some 13-ish year olds come, because at that time,
I
think
they're mature enough.
I just want to comment on that though. You said $150 a month for unlimited. $115 a month. A lot of places, like I said, I live in Naples now. They will charge that for at least like 2 to 3 classes.
Yeah.
So you can literally, if you're truly passionate and you really want to take all the classes you want, that's a super deal.
That's a great deal.
If you take that as your exercise, that's what you would pay to do yoga or anything else.
Absolutely.
Like, no, I mean, even like Burn Boot Camp, I think it's like $150 a month, and you know, but like when I was doing the ballroom dancing, I don't know what they charge, but I did hear like people were pretty pissed paying all the money that they did for costumes, for the competition, and then like, dancing is supposed to be fun. You know what I mean? Like I was dancing at Fred Astaire. That's what it was.
Oh, I actually know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Brian, with Brian.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to make more professional dancers, not realizing that these are regular people that they just want to have fun.
Not to
you
bash,
know what I mean?
Not
like,
to bash Fred Astaire, because I do know.
I love it. But I'm saying like
I know you're
I
not,
know
but
that
like,
I know people who were really upset about paying so much money and
like Fred
not
Astaire,
getting that fun out of
Astaire
it.
is a really good dance studio in Naples. It really is. But it's more for like if you're a beginner starting to, once in a while they have like beginner stuff, but they truly are for the person who is a more seasoned dancer. So if you are a more seasoned dancer, they are a good dance studio to check out. They really do mold somebody who has the talent and just wants to go bigger. So they are a good dance studio for that. Yeah. And especially ballroom dancing. So they are good for that.
It's just a different business model. Like all of these dance schools, like I tell that to a lot of people, because people, especially moms that bring because we do have kids classes now on Saturdays at 3:30. It's like 8-year-olds to like 12-year-olds.
Oh, that's super fun.
Yeah, and so we get a lot of parents that are like, oh, come to that. And I'm like, we just have to educate people, because this is a whole new business model. Like people see dance school and they think or a dance studio, they think it's a dance school. But I tell everybody, we're not a dance school. You're not gonna come here and like your first 5 classes, you're gonna learn like just basic techniques. That's not what we're doing. You're gonna come in and from the very first class, you're gonna learn a choreography and leave learning that choreography. So that's all we do.
I think that's cool.
See, I love that.
Especially for people who even if they want to get professional, like you are a great start for them to gain confidence.
And like she said, she has the beginner classes. She has the
and comfort.
And it's just making it fun. Like it's just pure fun.
It's
like
pure
that,
fun.
and that's what dancing is to me.
Yeah.
Girl,
we're coming.
Girl, are we coming?
Yeah, we're coming.
We're coming.
Jules tagged me in the event, and I had some. I don't want to mention a name, but I don't know the name. But they commented, "Oh, but I don't know how to dance." I was like, "It's not about knowing how to dance. You go in there, and it's fun.
Yeah.
You go in there. You're learning a routine. Believe it or not, people of all, like levels learn that routine. That routine is meant for people. He's not teaching you routine for somebody that's like up here. He's teaching you a routine that can fit both a season that's
if you can put your arms out and you can dance,
and that's gotta be such a
so it's a routine for that's fun for a seasoned dancer. It's not gonna be boring for a seasoned dancer, but it's gonna be entertaining for a beginner dancer. So that's what she's trying to do, is basically get all levels to join up, and you don't feel like, holy shit, I gotta compete with this one who's had like 10 years of fucking day, you know.
And that's going to be such a fun vibe when you've got like a room full of people all doing the same choreo. So cool. And like that's just, I've always wanted to do that. Like I've always wanted to have like a squad that was doing like the same little choreo and doing our thing, and then going to the club and like busting out our little moves.
No. Oh God, I'd be so embarrassed.
You know what's crazy? They did so that you guys did the flash mob.
Oh my God, that's
and
so
fun.
And
I was always like, what if we? I always wanted to do like a flash mob.
Yeah, do you ever go through the mall and do it?
You should do one for the Comic-Con.
They just did a flash mob.
You should do one for the Comic-Con.
Oh my gosh,
but
can you come?
But talking about their flash mob, they just did a flash mob. A live flash mob. Was it Saturday?
It was Saturday.
Yeah,
and
they
the
did.
Food court.
Yep, and it was a 98.5. They helped like promote it,
That's
and they
super
did
fun.
A true big flash mob in the food court. And everybody was there. It was a great audience. It was a great performance. It was really nice. And
that was incredible because we posted it and we wanted to promote just like Heart Health Month. Okay, that is February. Yes. And so we wanted to, and you know, even though I do think the classes are affordable, there's still people that maybe can't afford to do them, you know, people have all budgets. I wanted to offer free classes to promote that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Just doing something healthy. And so we did free classes to practice for the flash mob for like a month.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And so it was open to anybody. We put no ages, no levels limit, like anybody could come. And so watching it was crazy how much these people bonded over these weeks. Mm-hmm. And at the final flash mob, we have the youngest kid was probably like 8 all the way to like a 65-year-old lady.
That's amazing.
We had a person that had a disability. We had these ladies from a sorority that were like meeting up after years. They were probably like in their 50s.
Aww.
We had like young girls from the dance crews from Soul Eaters and Young Nations. Like we had this crazy group of people that you would never think that they would be together, and they all bonded over this, and they were together and having fun, and they pretty much did the flash mob, and then it turned into like a dance party in the middle of the flash mob. And I was just so proud of being able to see that group of people coming together that you otherwise I would have never seen, you know.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
So that's what I want to let everybody know, that Lake County, I mean all Southwest Florida, but you know, there's a lot of talent out there.
Oh my God.
And it's being extinguished because, you know, like I said, 9-to-5 jobs. It's not my dream anymore, so I'm not doing it. I'm not pursuing it. So there's a lot of dancers.
And people want to move out because they feel like they don't have a place here. And so we're definitely, it's so good to be able to show that. And we actually just had, so Lady Gaga's main choreographer, his name is Ian McKenzie. You might have seen him in the Super Bowl. He did a solo with her. He's like every single video performance, anything you've seen of Lady Gaga, he's always to her right side. Like he's with her main dancer. And so he came to teach a class on Saturday.
What? No big flex.
Yeah. And it was
big flex.
And it was him and Jasenia, which is another super, super, super talented. She was actually the one that reached out and brought him as a surprise almost.
That is so cool.
And she's worked with like Beyonce and Ariana Grande. What? And all those people. It's like crazy. Yeah.
Look at you.
And
big
I was
flex.
like, how did you? I was like, no, like they reached out to me, but it's all coincidence because she had to move to Orlando for family issues. And
but it's not coincidence. I mean,
that's
when preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah,
like luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah. And so in his class, in her class, it was so beautiful to watch because I honestly think they spent most of the time just giving motivational speeches. And so it was so cool to watch that. And he was telling like how he's who he is now, but he wasn't that. And he started like, he's like, if you guys knew my story, like I come from like pretty much, you guys wouldn't even believe it. And where he is now. And just it's crazy because they didn't even know what Fort Myers was, and I was just like,
I mean, but we're starting to make headlines,
dude.
Not
people are watching.
Way,
no, we are though. We are though.
Recently,
I think we are.
People are watching.
Recently, okay, so we started making headlines. Let me just say this. As so I lived in Naples a little bit longer than Lake County. I lived in Lake County, like I said, both years. And for some reason, I resonate more with Lake County. I see a lot of negative headlines on Lake County, especially like Lehi and everything. You know, oh, there's this, there's that. I'm like, there's enough things.
It's
in
really
Naples.
not as bad as it used to be, though.
But there's enough.
Yeah.
There's the same amount of negative shit in Naples.
Yes.
I'm gonna be raunchy right now. There's enough negative shit in Naples. I live in Golden Gate, and there are shootings all the fucking time. There's a lot of bullshit happening all the time, and in the manor and in
they pay to cover
everywhere.
it up, though.
And they don't even have to pay. They just, you know, oh, we're gonna sweep it under the rug. It happens. So you get a lot of bullshit on Lake County, okay? But Lake County is full of, okay, I come here and I feel such a friendly vibe when I come down here.
Beautiful.
Friendlier than in Collier County. No offense to Collier County people, but
yeah, what
you
trying to say about me?
And I feel...
I'm a bougie bitch, okay?
But I feel...
You bougie.
I feel
Why are you so bougie, Roxanne?
But I feel, look, I feel the positive vibe down here. I feel the amount of love down here. I feel that there is so much fucking talent coming from Lake County.
It's so true.
We had, I know somebody that is on their way to becoming a Senate, okay? I know somebody, you know, Alex Burgos. Okay,
of course.
Alex Burgos, who is right now in California trying to become an actor, who is super talented. We know
his very first try, he was already in the movie theaters, and we all went to see him. He was in a freaking documentary about World War II or some boring crap, and we all went to see him because.
And he was even in the Medea. He was a stand-up in the Medea, you know, like a little like standby in the Medea movie.
Yeah.
So you know, we have so many dancers. I come here and I see the talent. I see the support. I see so much shit coming out of here. We used to be known for all the bullshit, but I think people are standing up and they're starting to talk. And they're like, we're more than this. Yeah. We're more than the tragedies that you see. We're more than the negative bullshit that you see on the fucking news. We are more than that. We have talented fucking people. We have positive fucking people. Downtown Fort Myers is not a fucking ghetto. Like, even if you are, not to judge, but downtown Fort Myers is super creative. It is super uplifting. It is super artistic. Lee County is, it's growing, and we're finally getting recognition for that.
Yeah, I moved here from New York straight to Naples because I was like, I grew up in Lehigh, I don't want to be in Fort Myers, I'm going to go to Naples. And I moved out of there once my rent was up because I was like, I am tired of people and their bubbles, and like, I can't. Like, I was suffocating over there, and I just had to move here, and now I feel like finally, okay, I'm home. Like,
yeah.
It was just
great.
Yeah.
See, and I live in Cape, and like I've been in Cape for 12 years now, and I moved there right before the recession hit. And, you know, it was such an up and coming area, and then it got hit so horribly with a housing market crash. But that bred life into opportunity for a younger demographic. Yeah. And it really it shows now in the growth and in the businesses that are out there and the opportunities that people really seized. And you see so much life in this area. I'm so proud of the youth in this area because they have really changed the game, and as entrepreneurs, as a creative cultural movement, for all the diversity that is here. You know, I think that the future of this area is so beautiful because of you know, the younger generations that are really, really taking the reins as entrepreneurs, as people and human beings. They talk about mental health. They talk about living well. They talk about all kinds of things that are just, you know, there were things that we kind of discussed in my day. Yeah. You know, I'm not that much older. I mean, we're in our 30s. You know, like, but it's just, I'm so blown away by like the 19, 20 to 20, you know, 26-year-olds. I mean, like, it just inspires me constantly. I'm constantly going to events and seeing people who are creating movements and creating this whole culture, like counterculture of things that is so beautiful and uplifting. And I'm so grateful for it because this area needs that. And it's inspiring because, you know, it makes me really hopeful for the kids that are coming up now. Yeah. You know, because people are proving that they're living through by example and proving that this area can change. And not that this area was ever awful, you know. I think it had its troubles. I think, but you have to remember too. It's really young.
Like I said,
do you remember when they had? Yeah, but like when I was in high school, I mean, people were being shot left and right. They had. I mean, that's still gonna happen. They had all those like
you have
crazy events, and like people were bringing out their Chevys and like rims, and like it was a different crowd and a totally different environment back when I was in high school.
Like I said,
then when they got raided,
I grew up in both areas, and in Naples, even the estates, you know, there's a lot of things going on there and too. So like I said, you know, you can't, I think people from Fort Myers think that Naples is like very bougie, and it's not. There's a lot of real people there too.
Yeah, there are.
Oh,
and then I think people from Naples think that Fort Myers is just ghetto, and it's not.
It's not. Even my friends from Naples are like scared to come over here.
So my goal being from both places is to connect each other, to be like, look, Fort Myers is just as cultural as Collier County, and then to connect
think
Collier
it's probably
County
more
and say,
cultural over here.
Well, and I think that's why the arts are so important.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. We've lost customers because we moved into Edison Mall. That's
wow!
Customers from Naples.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, and I hate that
big chunk.
And I'm from Naples. Y'all Naples people, y'all need to stop. Because I had friends that I try to invite them to events, right?
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, my true friends, they
we
know
don't go
they
over
come.
there.
But then I have certain, like, you know, mutual friends or acquaintances, and they're like, oh, downtown, what is it? I'm like, let me tell you. And I will defend this county. I will defend both counties, you know. I will just say both counties have their ups and downs, you know. So that's why I say, do not be afraid to come to Lake County. Lake County is amazing. Yeah. You will find amazing people, okay? It is not all that it's cracked up to be. Forget what the news says, because the news tries to divide us sometimes. It is amazing. Residence is an amazing place. I don't care if it's in Edison.
And the Edison Mall has done a beautiful job remodeling. Like I went there recently, and I was like,
I always thought it was like a better mall than Naples. They had all these cool stores.
They do, they do have a lot of cool stores, and they've done a beautiful job.
And they're really, I mean, honestly, I gotta give them so much props because they've believed in me since the day I you know, hit them up, and they. I mean, I can go into detail, but if you knew how much they're helping residents because they believe in young talent, they believe in what people are doing here, and they want to see us grow, and they can see the, how would you say? They can see how much we can bring to them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I know that they're willing to help anybody else out there that has an idea or wants to do something. I know they will help them as much as they're helping me to make their, you know, their dream a reality within the mall. And I feel like that's incredible.
That's what we need.
I can't see, I would have never thought that, like, you know, such a big business or something like that would help local people so much.
But but like you're revitalizing them, you know, you're bringing in people there, and I've seen your studio. It's beautiful. You know, you guys did such a beautiful job. I mean, it really is. It's dope as shit.
I inquired like in the Edison Mall a while ago when I had like an LLC, an online business. We were trying to do a retail business for like clothing. And they were super friendly, and they were very, and I don't know if it's the same manager that's getting the same people. She was a female, but she was, you know, it's true. They are willing to work with you. They want more creatives in there. They don't just want, you know, the same like old
Victoria's Secret and crap. Like
exactly,
no, they want local more, people.
They do. They smart. So if anybody, and it's crazy, let me just say this right now, the Edison Mall, people think it's like going to be a $5,000 rent. No, it's really not. It's a very affordable rent. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it is pretty affordable if you are looking for a place. They do want to help local people, and they are trying to get more diverse business in there.
Yeah, they want new ideas because, I mean, the truth is malls are dying because people, especially the young people, are buying online. And so, for example, Residence in particular, we bring a lot of the young people back into the mall, and so they're looking for unique ideas in that way. And now, actually, just looking into the future, our business plan, our business vision is to be able to franchise, and they're really, you know, helping us also, you know, looking more into that.
That's
and
awesome.
So it's incredible because they have malls all over the United States.
Yeah.
So that's definitely
the way to go.
Like,
That's
so
awesome.
hopefully in a few years we can
Get it,
look
girl.
into
And
more.
how old are you?
Yeah.
25.
I love that.
Wow.
That's so inspiring.
How do you
Yeah.
graduate
I graduate-
earlier than me, but you're younger than me? I don't get it.
Oh my gosh, you did. You were class of 2012.
Yeah, and I'm like 27 in a little bit.
I started school early in Venezuela, and then when I moved here, they
Oh.
wanted to kick me back, and my mom like. did
That's
not
true,
let
that's
that
true.
happen. So
Good.
I
Good for
stayed-
her.
Yeah, I pretty much didn't do 7th grade, so I'm not very good at like algebra.
I mean, but do you need it right now?
No. No. And you know, fun fact. So the teacher who did the dance, who started the dance team with Jara Lee, it was Miss Cruz. Remember April Cruz? She was like
Okay.
so she now comes to Residence.
Oh,
and,
that's
she,
amazing.
and she didn't
that.
accept me in the team. And
Ah, and you're like,
Do you
now
keep
you're
in
taking my
contact with
classes.
any of the teachers at East Lake County?
with her, like with a few, Miss Sowers and all, some of them. Miss Sowers' husband works at Edison Mall, so.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
yes.
We
See,
keep
that's
in
so
contact.
inspiring.
It's
Like
great.
that makes me so excited
Yeah.
to be a young entrepreneur like that.
Yeah, and then
to
you
be
said your husband
talking
like,
about
geez,
franchising
you started everything
and
early.
like,
School,
girl,
marriage,
like that's
business,
incredible.
You're amazing.
Good for you.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
What's next?
And that's
Definitely not
amazing
kids.
because like you're
No,
you're
wait
being,
for that. Wait for
you're
that.
being an example for people like because I know when I was in my early 20s, like I had a lot of great ideas and businesses I wanted to do, but like I kept feeling like I needed validation from somebody to do it. I kept feeling like
Yeah.
I needed that
Or it's not
degree,
good enough.
or I
Yeah.
needed to know more about business, and I needed to know more about this to actually do it, because because I had so much respect for people
Yeah.
in business, and I had so much respect for my mentors, and but like also because I was just insecure about it, and I just didn't take that leap. So when I see, young women especially who are and you opened it 3 years ago, so you were 22, bitch, get out of here. Like that shit blows my mind. No, that shit blows my mind.
yeah,
It
you're
excites me.
amazing.
Like that lights a fire under my ass, because like I still feel young at 31, and like
Yeah, I still
are
that
feel 12.
like that makes
Yeah.
Started
me
as a new 20s.
yes,
Yeah.
that makes me so excited, because I know that like if you're at this stage right now, I can't imagine where you're going to be at when you're my age, because
Yeah.
I know the
You're gonna
wisdom
be a
that I
freaking
gained in
billionaire
those.
over here.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I know the wisdom that I gained in those 5-7 years, and like if you got started that much of a head start, like girl, like your life is gonna be fabulous no matter what happens. Like everything could crash and burn today, and because you have that drive, because you've been able to do it so far, you're gonna start over and pick up and just fucking crush
Yeah,
it.
you had the right
so
people
like
around
you
you, yeah.
got this.
See, now you're
Like
making me feel better, because I'm always like, oh my god, I'm running out of time.
no,
I'm like,
no.
Like that
One
is what I'm
thing-
here to tell you. Like
Yeah.
you
Thank
got it. Like you got it. Everything could crash and burn 10 more times,
And you'll
you
rebuild.
got it.
Yeah.
You will rebuild, because if you were able to do it at that age,
Yeah.
you can do it at any age, and like you have that in you. So like,
Yeah.
And I just
I
want to
love
tell,
you.
I just want to tell people out there, just being a business owner myself, like you're never really ready until you just do it.
Yeah.
Like if you
That's
keep
true.
thinking,
That's
I gotta read
facts.
more books, or I gotta take
Yes.
these classes, or I got
Such
just
facts.
fucking do it.
Just-
Doesn't matter if you know what you're doing or not. You will learn. If you really
Yeah.
want it to work, you will learn. Just like you said,
Yeah.
you made some mistakes. It wasn't what you thought at first.
Yeah.
I mean, you learned.
Yeah.
you
got-
adjusted. That's everything.
You came up with a solution to whatever issue you ran into. And that's what being a leader is all about. It's not about the what ifs or who did what.
Or
It's,
knowing it right off the bat.
This is what's been done. What can we do to fix it or make it better, and just continue?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, it's so true. And to be honest, like I've just been so blessed, because my close, people to me, my mom, my grandma, my husband. Like my mom is a dreamer. She's ever since I was little, like anything I wanted to do, she would always be like, "You can totally do it. You do it." Like
I love
she's a
that.
dreamer,
Yeah.
like all of this. But then also, I was raised by my mom and my grandma, and my grandma on the other hand is like super like proactive and like straight, and
That's my grandma too.
and it's all about like save money and be money focused, and like and you have
Grandmas
to
are
be-
such G's.
yeah,
like,
and she's so like the opposite. She's almost like less dreaming, more doing, blah. And so I had the best of both worlds.
That's
and
amazing.
so I was able to, and so my mom was always there to fuel me and push me. And, you know, I'm so blessed to have my grandma because she's pretty much the one that helped, you know, money-wise to get it started when I needed it. And she's always been there to help, and so has my mom. And then my husband, he just believes anything I do. He's like incredible.
He's in love with you.
He's such a cheerleader. But like oh my God, you have to meet him. Everybody's always like, because I'm like the mean one in the relationship. I'm like,
girl,
that's Bobby. That's Bobby.
Speaking my life. I love you.
He says he's like I'm a cat. Like I don't like to be touched. Like I don't like unless I want it. You know. Like I'm like we're watching TV and he starts like doing like cosquillitas. I'm like, ew, don't touch me. And then I'll be like, okay.
Oh my
gosh. You're my spirit animal. Oh God. We're on this level.
All right, guys. So it was nice to talk to you, Ivana.
Thank you
so
much for coming.
Pleasure. Seriously,
you're amazing.
We are at the end of our show. So can everybody drop their personal information?
You can catch us on Instagram at Goatess Radio. If you want to see me personally, look me up at Lady Voice of X.
I'm looking.
And then if anybody needs anything for Valentine's Day, it's coming up, go ahead and follow Pampered Image on Instagram as well.
All right. I'm Bad Gal Fifi _8. You can. That's my personal page. It's where I do a lot of like my creative stuff. I post.
Check out her new post. It was hot today.
Girl, you know I've been on that bag. I've been trying to do my thing lately. You can be my cake pop. You gonna put my cake balls in your mouth? I know you are. So, and then I've got my business page, which is Fabi Cakes LLC. I'm going to be doing a big Valentine's Day rollout. I'm going to be doing a pop-up over at Ace of Fades on Valentine's. So, fellas, if you're getting faded up, come in, get a cookie, get your girl something nice. You know, it's a one-stop shop to looking fine and get your girl something divine. So, come see us.
Y'all.
All right, Ivana.
And if you want to follow and watch our amazing videos and maybe watch yourself in our page when you come take a class, you can visit Residance Official. And Residence is like a residence, like a home, but you spell it with an A like dancing. So
Residence.
I was going to ask you where you got that name from.
It was my husband. He's so good with words and writing and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was thinking like the warehouse, and blah, blah, blah. He's like, no, that's so done. And like, you know, and then he's like Residence. I'm like, yes, like that's so good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's Residence Official, and both our Instagram and Facebook. Our website's residence.com because somebody bought it's residence.com by itself, and now they want to sell it back to me for like $10,000.
Wow.
They do that, yeah.
So it's theresidence.com. And my personal, if you just want to see a bunch of memes and funny things, it's Ivana, Ivana, quesada, Quesada.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
And remember, come to the Valentine's Day class.
Yep.
6:30?
At 6:30 with Jules. And I'm sure it's going to be really hot and sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
And then remember, my personal page is _Lisania. My photography is Lisa Took My Photos. And my Snapchat is Lisania _M, where all the shenanigans happen. And if you want to look sexy, get your brows done. You want to go swim and not have them fall off.
I need you.
Styled by _Lisania, and that is all right, guys. Thank you for watching Goatess Radio.
Thank you so much.
Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We love you. Do something sexy. Do something we wouldn't do.
Your side boo or whoever. We don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Find someone on the street to kiss.
Girl. All right. Bye.